Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pokemon Chaos Randomizer. Now, after getting all 50 Pokemon required for the EXP share, we've actually assembled 6 Pokemon that will make, hopefully, a very good Elite Four run team. We've got Moss, our defensive Steel type, that is just our nice well-rounded Pokemon that is going to take care of most everything. We have Celeste, our Mawile, that abuses Beat Up because of his high speed and everyone else's very high attack stat. We have Price, our starter Pokemon, which is abysmally slow, however, it has an amazing special attack stat, and with Fury Cutter having 90 base power, it stacking over turns is going to be a great do crazy amounts of damage and strength. So if we live a few turns, we're doing really well. And Lorelei, our Paris that evolved into a Donphan that has amazing physical attack and pretty good speed. And with 85 base power priority fake out, we do an absolute ton of damage, and we have Toxic to take care of stalling things, as well as Extrasensory um, as a great mix-up move. And then we have our two newest additions that were caught in the last time. We have a Grass Ghost Electrode with good physical attack, which is great for the beat up strategy, but it also came with Mach Punch. Its other moves are pretty meh, but we can fix that with TMs and things later. However, Mach Punch being a priority move is amazing. So besides, and unlike Fake Out, we can just use it as much as we want. And then lastly, a Vaporeon with decent speed, and what's going to be starting with the EXP share, and it has rollout is actually pretty crazy with 70 base power, but its most important move, Skill Swap. This is going to allow us to swap with any opponent's Pokemon that has Wonder Guard, so we effectively steal it and force and can basically damage them and do whatever we want, and we don't necessarily have to rely on status moves. So now, with this team intact, despite only having 3 gym badges, we do have a lot. Everything explored where we can minus surfing is we're just going to blitz through as many trainers as possible and as many gyms as possible, and hopefully just crush every trainer's dreams all the way up to the Elite Four. Um, and mostly we're going to be doing such outrageous crushing of dreams because we have as you can see, this Pidgeotto is level 35 since we boosted every trainer's Pokemon levels by 50%. So we are probably going to be out leveled by the time we get to Erica, and we're absolutely out leveled if I remember correctly. Like the Elite Four is going to be like 75 to 90. So we've got a lot of experience to get and a lot of things to just endure and live. That was a pretty hard hitting Shadow Ball, but I guess it does have 145 base power. The Whirlpool having 100% accuracy is absolutely wonderful. So with hopefully this team will do incredibly well, and we'll learn some good moves along the way. If not, I can find some TMs and use the HMs, because like Strength is 145 base power dragon move. So there's lots that can be done to remedy that. And also I have Bookman, the one Pokemon with Wonder Guard that I have used and would consider using, because he is a Shedinja. Oh, this is a ghost. Dang it. Oh, that's really good to know. And it has Mirk. Yeah, we'll beat it. It's fine. It's a ghost with mirror coat. Oof, okay. Are you going to use mirror coat again? Hydro Cannon. Well, you made a mistake, because mirror coat could have actually one-shot us, where Hydro Cannon absolutely is not going to do that. But yeah, so Bookman is a Shedinja that has that, funny enough, randomed into Wonder Guard. Let's try Shadow Punch. And because he has 1 HP, and dies to weather and all sorts of silliness, I am totally down for having him on the team. And he has some very unique thing. It's like 100% accurate poison gas that is a dark type move, because toxic gets absorbed by flash fire since it's a fire type move. So apparently Kyogre with flash fire is very resistant to being toxic and is incredibly tanky and has been proven a little bit of a problem. I'm just going to hit you with Ice Beam and see what happens. I'm just going to assume you're physically tanky. Speed Boost Entei. This is why priority moves are important, because you might have a Speed Boost Entei on the other team if it had any sort of defense. What's funny enough is special defense is just incredibly hard to come by. Yeah, but now that EXP share. Hi, Kyogre. Welcome back. Alright. As you can see, slack off Kyogre. Let's see how much Whirlpool does. Not enough with slack off. Could go for the freeze. Yeah, let's just see if... You know, we're just gonna go for beat up. That should be... I think that's enough damage to take care of it. Alright. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be more than 50%. I love how I brought a Flash Fire Kyogre and then it just manifests itself. But with all the legendaries, we are getting a decent amount of experience pretty quickly on Vaporeon, which is very nice. Anyway, do we want to... We'll let Lorelei run this one, and then we'll bring Heal Moss up a little bit and go after Erica. Then after that, we can probably just go straight to Silphco and or the Fighting Gem. Okay, so that's not too high level. You, I don't think, are a ghost. Krabby might be a ghost, but you're not a ghost. I was like, uh-oh, what happened? It was Super Potion. Excellent choice. Yeah, back in the days of when trainers could still use items. This is so nice, just having Pokemon get experience. It's been a minute since I played this one. I'm like, fighting type Ice Beam's good against Umbreon, right? Apparently knockoff is psychic. No, yeah, knockoff might be a psychic type. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know, I feel like Price is gonna... Wait, we're also slow. Never mind. Minimize. Wait, I have Shadow Punch. It's fine. Yeah, I have everything covered. I have 100% accurate moves. I've got Wonder Guard covered. I am absolutely going to go heal. But yeah, each individual Pokemon might not be like an S tier level threat, except Kyogre. But okay, we're just gonna try Dragon, and if it works, great. If not, then... Oh, Kyogre is weak to Dragon. And that was a crit. Nice. And this one isn't using Slack Off, which is amazing. But yeah, but this team together can crack open any defense type thing. So I'm optimistic that no individual trainer is going to have more like no individual trainer is going to be able to take down the entire team. Um, except this trainer is going like 1-to-1 with the different Pokemon. But I have an entire bag full of revives because this isn't a Nuzlocke. And Steel type has absolutely ridiculous defense, and being pure Steel, just Moss resists almost everything. And thankfully Moss outlevels the gym trainers. Hello, Beedrill. I feel, yeah, Ice Beam. Ooh, Ice type rollout. Well, there was a very admirable attempt. Then one quick heal up, and Erica is going to be toast. I feel like I don't want to just use the beat up spam, but it's so good for an individual, just for an individual start. But hey, it's part of the strategy, so we're gonna end. That is my absolute best opener against a single Pokemon, because that gives me a speed check as well as beat up. The power of beat up goes down as the team faints. So this should be this very well should be our lead. And then once Erica is defeated, then it is going to be on to potentially the Fighting Gym and Silphco. Although the Fighting Gym isn't necessary, it is funny to just see what Pokemon that they might have, because Speed Boost Entei might be, I don't know where it is, and it's probably not one of those two Pokemon, but it very well could be. Alright, hello Erica. It's been a while since I've been to Celadon City because I went on a long adventure, and it's time to see whether or not I'm appropriate level, over leveled, or under leveled for this. You have a 44 Vaporeon. Well, we are still faster, and I know that it has Marvel Scale, so it would have increased physical defense, but its special defense is abysmal. I forgot what type it was. Minimize. Alright. That is, that was a good attempt to try and set up with Minimize, however Moss still had that covered. And you had one shot to take out this glass cannon, and you did not use it. Alright, I'm appropriately leveled after I'm a little under, but I am appropriately leveled after my journey to go catch 50 Pokemon, specifically 50 Kanto Pokemon. What a, what a surprisingly well worth it, trip. Growth. Honestly, Growth is better than Metal Sound, because Metal Sound will only stay with the Pokemon that, Growth will stay with us if we Wingull. Alright. Yeah, growth stays with us if we swap Wonder Guard, so... Alright, there we go. Yay, we can now use strength, and we can get whatever the warden is hiding. I don't think that that actually contains Giga Drain, but I will check for... Oh, that's amazing. 2 of Sludge, since it's a 95 base power fire attack. You know, we're just gonna use that because Electrode has a terrible moves. Alright, we're gonna get rid of... Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of Octazooka because it is not very accurate. And then, yeah, that works. Alright, and then we'll save the other one. Strength might be more powerful, but fire is potentially better coverage against grass. Alright, I guess off to next door. Yeah, I think the fighting gym has at least higher level. We'll do the fighting gym first, and then we'll bust into Self-Co, because we might get a fun Pokemon from the fighting gym. Let's see, who do we want to go first? We'll let Lorelei go first. Yeah, this seems fine. Alright, trespassing in the Fighting Dojo. Alright, Hitoshi and his Butterfree. Alright, that is, well, maybe I came to the wrong spot. But we'll probably be fine. The back-to-back fights. Oh, jeez. Steel Wing. Okay, as long as that's not very damaging. If that was their best option, we're probably fine. Alright. The defense stat on Vaporeon is nice. I guess we just keep using Ice Beam and hope. Alright, that works. That is flying type, but I think we're decently good tanking. Alright, there's one trainer. My goodness. You know, I probably could have just talked to them and done this one at a time, but that's not as much fun. Alright, this guy has a level 48. Alright, what is your next Pokemon? Raichu. Alright. Rest. Okay. Yeah, I might as well at least do the special defense check. Alright, so that is not gonna work super well. And with rest, it's unlikely Like, I'll either have to use Beat Up or Fury Cutter to get through this. Well, at least it's not at full health. I don't know what the base power on that is, though. Pretty good, apparently. Okay, Fury Cutter did not work super well. That's decent enough. And if Eruption is its best, okay, that's annoying. If I get a crit, I can probably do this one more time to work. Yeah, we'll do one more time to roll for a crit. Alright, he's probably going to wake up and use Rest again. Or if he uses Eruption, then... Oh. That is a different move. Okay. Well, that worked. That was anticlimactic. I thought he was going to keep Rest spamming. Alright. Now, I am going to go back and heal off this poison and stuff, but I think I'm just committing to the gauntlet because it's hilarious. Because they have almost level 50 Pokemon, but they were not too terrible to manage. So we're just gonna commit and run with it and see what we get after defeating the master. Hello, first black belt. And remember what Chuck said in Gen 2, which is actually came after this, but never mind. Oh, we missed. Dang it. Rock Slide is really good. How? I guess we'll use Extra Sim. Oh, it's just straight faster. Dang. Oh, geez, Guillotine would have worked because it's higher level. I just go silent because it is trying to roll that. But yeah, throwing statues on throwing rocks and breaking them on statues has nothing to do with Pokemon. And there we go. All right, Butterfree. These guys apparently really like Butterfree. Butterfree is a very nice Pokemon. I don't blame them for liking Butterfree. And it gives a good amount of experience since it's a final stage evolution. And our Vaporeon is almost up to 30. I don't know if it's not really in like solo. It's not really in like fighting stages, but it absolutely is doing decent enough. I can probably give the EXP share over to the Electrode or Price. Looted Colo. I love this guy. He's just so happy. Alright, fighting is not effective. Facade is apparently very effective. Alright, yeah, we'll send Moss to take care of it. Okay, fighting is not effective, so I guess we'll just try water. Alright, that's at least, that's neutral. And we resist facade. Alright. I guess we'll just try Shadow Punch and see what happens. Alright, you resist grass and fighting. Oh, you could be a bird. They say as it has a duck bill. Let's just try Eruption for fun. Oh, Eruption's an electric type move. I have it and I totally forgot about it. Yeah, Ludicolo is a bird. Confirmed. Alright. Alright, now... Alright, I'm gonna give it to Price because Price is very slow. Oops, that's key items. I should just use the PP up on beat up again. Alright, and then I guess one more very quick trip to the Pokemon Center, and we will fight our second asterisk gym leader because the fighting gym got removed from official league regulation, probably because they just lost to Sabrina. Gosh, Sabrina's going to be a fight, and we are absolutely going to start with the strategy that works. Spam beat up until Mawile doesn't live an attack, and then priority move our way to victory unless there's Wonder Guard. Hello. Hello, Karate Master. I am here to take one of your Pokemon and crush your dreams on ever getting your gym regulation back. Alright, that is certainly a lot of levels. It must have been like level 35 Pokemon base or something. Oh, you're... Okay, you lived. Good job. Does this defeat me? Nope. But recoil defeats you. And now we are faster. Good try. I don't think this Solrock is gonna live this one. Yeah, the taking yourself out with submission was not the correct play. And now we get to take one of your Pokemon. Alright. I don't really want one. Alright, I'll take Armaldo. You get to be the dojo the dojo badge. With no space, apparently. We will see what Armaldo is capable of, and then it is on to Silphco. The Rockets are going to be hopefully easier to beat than the Fuchsia City gym trainers, and they're all mandatory technically. Where did the Armaldo go? Here he is. Hello, Dojo badge. Rock type with hustle. Okay. It's good to know that vice grip is a good move, but yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, they lost their dojo banner because they needed better Pokemon. Maybe better strategy, but definitely better Pokemon. The randomizer was not kind to them. Right. Now let's just see if Electrode can handle a rocket grunt. Because if Electrode can handle rocket grunts, then that's going to be so good in terms of getting experience to everybody. Hello, Sleeping Grunt. And we'll see whether or not Silphco has any good items. Hello, Grunt. I am wandering in here to completely dismantle your criminal organization and by stealing all of its finances. Oh no. Maybe we beat this with Rock Punch. Okay. That worked. Wait, we're very fast. Not fast enough. Oh crap, I'm in set mode. I do actually have to commit to the Hyper Beam. I should have went roll out. Uh-oh. Okay, that's better coverage than Covet. 95% accuracy I can deal with. Alright. Yeah, I absolutely should have went roll out. Okay, we'll do this. Alright, that's nice that Endeavor missed. Alright. Flinch off the fake out is good. Alright, considering these guys have level 38 Pokemon, this is going to be quite a, This is... Rocket Hideout is not going to be trivial. Honestly, that's going to be very fun, though. I think I avoided a lot of the trainers along the routes to Fuchsia City with Cycling Road and such. So there's a lot of trainers that I could fight, but I think all of them are going to be quite strong. These rocket grunts, they are wanting to make me sweat so badly. Hail. Okay. I guess let's go with extra sensory and see what its special defense is like. Worse, but it resists dark sand attack. Alright. Let's, I guess we'll get Moss in here because Moss has Shadow Punch. Yep, use sand attack all you want in the hail. Moss does not care. Okay. 100% accuracy. Okay, they're still using sand attack. We'll take hail damage, but that's not terrible. Yes, Rocket Grunt, you did goof. You had such a stacked team. Are you... Oh yeah, you're an evil scientist. I'm like, which scientists are evil in this game? Apparently this one. Oh, my level gap's even worse. Uh-oh. Alright, that is a special defense buff. The correct call was made. Because you can still be asleep. Or did Electrode not do the attack because he is asleep? Dang. Yeah, maybe he skipped it because he was asleep. That is a physical poison move? I feel like it's a physical poison move. I think yeah, we woke up. Okay, yeah, so Electro did not use, use beat up, but I think we can manage, especially with that. Alright, and we are, oh no, Odor Sleuth, you had one chance to stop the beat up train. Odor Sleuth was not the correct option. Alright, come on. Yeah. We'll give the EXP share to Electrode. And then I'll switch Electrode and Price. And we'll let Price take on this Rocket Grunt. And I think after clearing out this floor, I'll go back, heal up, and call it a video, because we did take out 1.5 gens. Alright, that is a Machamp. I guess we'll just start with Fury Cutter and see what happens. Alright, that's not very effective. I guess we'll use Strength. Alright, I guess we can't switch out, so hopefully we just, I know I have one in the box. Alright. I'm just like, I thought this had some type of crazy typing, but it did. It's dragon something. Alright, we did. Oh goodness, this thing. I guess we'll hit it with strength and see what happens. Okay, so you resist dragon. It could be steel? Oh, that's a special attack fall. That's not good. I guess we'll go drill peck and see what happens. Alright, you're not, this thing's not doing much damage, so I think I could at least grab a fake out on it, unless this, please just get 2. Low damage roll and stop at 3. Never mind. Alright, well, Moss's turn. Okay, so a resisted dragon. It could be steel. A resisted dragon and ghost. Well, that is super effective. Alright. And this is Ice Beam is a physical attack since it's fighting anyway. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, these guys are absolutely going to help everyone get up to the good levels. And I think that's everyone that I can fight on this floor. So thank you everyone so much for joining me as I took on Celadon Gym in the Fighting Dojo. But I think this is going to be seeing their levels and wanting to actually distribute experience a little bit, that this is going to be a bit longer than I have at the moment. So thanks again so much for watching and joining me on this one. These randomizers are really fun, and I like completing challenges. This one's going to be fun to run through the end on, and then I might even go for Mario Mon next. If you don't know what Mario Mon is, it's going to be a very fun surprise. It is a publicly available ROM hack made by AlphaRad and company, and it looks really fun. So have an amazing day, everyone, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya!